put up your stand, and it was basically, given that time, circumstances, that was the best place to put it, that we thought. Is it the best place for the stand? Obviously not, because the deer are moving behind and they're moving in front of you. But to move the stand, this brings up another debate in the hunting community, is whether you hunt from a stand or whether you hunt from the ground. It is way more versatile to hunt from the ground, because then you can move wherever you need to move. But when you're bow hunting, you need cover when you're bow hunting, and if you're trying to hunt and back in there's not a lot of cover down on the ground. You'd have to build a debris blind, and then if you built that debris blind, what if that wasn't in the right spot? Then you got to go build another debris blind. It's the same thing with tree stands. You need to just
build a debris blind that's 360 degrees around a tree.
And there's people that do that, although there's fewer and fewer people these days that are actually building debris blinds. Everybody's throwing up a pop-up or a ladder stand.
It's so much easier to bring a pop-up and put it wherever you want it than to build a blind. But even still, if you were to build a debris blind, how do you build it tall enough that it's going to block the movement of you drawing your bow and standing up? It would have to be like waist high.
Yeah. Usually guys that I don't know, I guess you can hunt off the ground, you just have to have good cover. Because to bring up the bow and to draw the bow, that's all movement, and you're only talking 30, 40 yards to shoot a deer. That's pretty much right up on top of you. They're going to see you at 30 and 40 yards one way or the other, unless you move super slow.
Even watching the pros, there ain't many, if any, that I've seen shoot deer from the ground with a bow, traditional bow.
And then, we come out here today, we drove out last night, there's a guy that's entering this 2-track, and then now there's another guy halfway up the road setting up a ladder stand, and it's like, it doesn't matter where we go, there's somebody hunting there, some way or another.
Except there wasn't. We've been hunting this spot now for 2 years, and last year there was nobody out here. Mm-hmm. And we come out here, and now there's 2 separate people hunting this area, and it's like, to next year, what is it going to be, 3 or 4, and then the next year 5 or 6? Like, we're going to get 2 new hunters every year in this area. It's going to become very packed very fast. It's like that one guy said, it's like it's almost every 5 years you got to move areas. Mm-hmm. People just follow you.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's make our way out. Unless you're feeling like you want to move your stand.
Problem is, I want to, but I don't know where to.
Not really happy with any of our stands. 2 of the trail cameras have shown nothing in 3 days. 2 days. Other people hunting on the 2-track we go in on.
Weather coming in.
Weather.
True nomad fashion.
Yep, rain's coming. Rain, and more rain.
It's supposed to start raining at 7 o'clock. And bear in mind, legal hunting time is till 7:40. So that cuts us 40 minutes short if it does start to rain. And it doesn't look like a light rain, so it's one of those things where you shoot a deer in the rain and then have to track in the rain that's washing away your blood. If you are ethical as we are, you try to avoid that if possible.
Yeah, so the big thing is dancing around all the other hunters out there. I've never seen so many people for bow season, but
I know you mentioned it to Gray Bear, I mentioned it to them. We talked to somebody else on state land. He says every 4 to 5 years he has to move from other people following him.
Yep, they find a 2-track, they see some tire tracks on it, and they're like, oh, we're going to go back here too. I don't know, man. We're 7 miles away from where our cabin is, where we hunt. And you figure that's, quite a distance, and then it's on a unimproved road, or what do they call a seasonal road, then it turns into a 2-track, and we take a 2-track for a mile. But I can hear everybody saying, you gotta walk a mile into the swamp with your chest waders on, then nobody will follow you. Yeah, yep, you will, but
The other thing is, though, is we had Red Squirrel did that. Red Squirrel had a stand in the swamp that he had to walk back. He went out there to get the stand or check the stand at one point. He had to get naked because the swamp was so overflown, and that was his only way to the stand.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do when that's the only way to your stand? How do you get out there in your hunting gear? You don't. So
we're whining. Yep, go ahead, listen to us whine. But it is, it's a struggle. State land hunting is a struggle. Bye. Heading back to Gray Bear spot. Ran into a old guy at the entrance to our tube track, and he just got done talking to two other people that are back here hunting. State land is glorious. So I went and pulled my camera arm and my trail cam, because we're not going to be back until the end of the month. So I'm going to go hunt Gray Bear stand and hope for the best. I'm going to cut in and get set up and see what shakes loose. As old school as possible right here. Got some rain coming in, and I'm hunting Gray Bear stand. So I got no camera arm, so I'm just holding the camera by hand, which means if some deer come in, you're not gonna get any shots on video. So sorry about that, fans, but we're not a high-end TV show with all kinds of camera gear and rain gear and all that other crazy stuff. No sooner did I get up on my stand and Jer Bear calls me, tells me he's got a deer moving to his left already. And the stand that he doesn't like. He's seen deer every time he's been in that stand almost. Oh well. Let's see if Gray Bear's stand has any better luck than mine did. We've had an interesting night. As you can see, I had a couple of does that come out underneath me. Actually, just the one. And I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just a sissy, but she had a very small fawn with her. And I thought, wow, if I take mommy out of the picture, that fawn's gonna have a hard time figuring it out. I don't know. I guess comment below. Do you shoot does with fawns? Who knows? But I passed. I let that one go. And then the sun came out. Then the sun went away.